My new neighbor looks exactly like my husband who passed away 3 years ago, but he claims he's never met me. I was 31 when my husband Daniel died in a car accident. After he passed, I couldn't stay in our house. Every room reminded me of him. 2 years later, I moved across the city to start over. I needed somewhere he'd never been. My new apartment was perfect, quiet building, and nobody knew my story. On my third day, I was carrying groceries upstairs when someone opened the door across the hall. I looked up and dropped everything. Standing there was Daniel. Same face, same height, same scar above his left eyebrow. I froze. He stared at me, confused, and asked if I was okay. Even his voice sounded similar. I said his name, Daniel. He told me his name was Marcus and helped me pick up my groceries. I apologized and said he looked like someone I knew, but inside I was shaking. When I got inside, I pulled out photos of Daniel. The resemblance was impossible. They could have been twins. I thought I was losing my mind. Over the next few weeks, I kept running into Marcus. Every time my chest would tighten. He was polite, but something in his eyes felt wrong, like he was studying me. One night I asked where he was from. He said he'd lived in different cities. When I asked if he'd ever lived on the west side, he paused too long before saying no. That weekend, I did something I shouldn't have. When Marcus left his apartment, I tried his door. It was unlocked. I walked inside. His apartment was barely furnished, just a couch, bed, and boxes. I started looking through them. That's when I found it, a photo album hidden under clothes. When I opened it, I stopped breathing. There were pictures of Daniel and me, our wedding, our honeymoon, our house, but Daniel's face was scratched out in every single photo. Only I was visible. At the bottom was a newspaper clipping about Daniel's accident. Written across it in red ink, finally free. I heard footsteps. Marcus was in the doorway. He wasn't confused anymore. He was smiling. He asked if I recognized the photos. I asked who he was. He walked closer and told me he was Daniel's twin brother, a brother I never knew existed. Daniel had told everyone he was an only child, but he wasn't. Marcus said Daniel stole everything from him their entire lives, the attention, the success, the perfect life. When Daniel died, Marcus saw the obituary and realized I existed. He'd been obsessed ever since. He wanted to know what it felt like to have Daniel's life. That's why he moved across from me. He'd been watching me for months before I moved in. He planned the whole thing. I ran out and called the police. They arrested him that night and found journals where he'd been writing about me for over a year, planning how to approach me, how to make me trust him. The detective told me Marcus had been following me long before I moved. The fresh start I thought I'd found was never real. He'd been there the whole time.